So today we are going to use Gemini CL to do our coding. So what you are going to do is we are going to tell the AI to generate a code for us. Then after that, we will let the AI upload the code itself. Just that we will give it instructions. So with this one, I have installed Arduino CLI, and I've also installed Gemini CLI, and I'm going to run the command. So Gemini is going to build the app for me. As you can see, I want him to build a blinking app for me on esp32, and I want it to compile and upload it for me because I have already installed the Arduino CLI, so it should be able to do that for me. So with this one, I'll wait for it to generate the code, so it will be requesting my permission to make the file to start the new project that I've assigned to him. And there is a coding agent, so you should be able to do it. And so I'll wait for him to create. So this is the simple code that it will be uploading for me. So he's trying to compile the code. Then after compiling the code, it will try and upload it. So now it's asking me that it wants to. So as at this point, I didn't state what tool it should use or what software it should use. That's why it is using the ESP, and you can see that it's doing it in Python. Right on it. That's why you can see that the extension is ending with py. So I'll wait for it to finish everything that it wants to do, then I'll speak to it again. So you can see it's requested for what com am I having my esp32 connected to, and I stated that it's on com 15. So I'll wait to see if it will be able to flash it. If not, I'll let it use Arduino. So I'll just wait patiently for it to do what it's doing. So you can see I'm now telling it that I want him to use Arduino, although it's telling me it's flashing it. So with this command, that means it is going to use Arduino. It's going to rewrite the code and in C++. Then so it's asking me to create, it wants to create or open the Arduino. So now that it is done with everything, it's now going to try to compile the code. Then after compiling it, it will upload it. And sometimes when you are compiling code, even with Arduino, it delays a bit. So I'll wait for this to do. I'll wait for Gemini CLI to do the code compiling. Then from there, I'll also wait for it to upload the code. So now it tells you everything that it's doing and at what stage it is doing it. So when it gets to this stage, you just have to be patient and wait for it to finish with the code compiling. And you can see it showed me the code that it wants to upload. So there is a simple blinking code that it wants to upload, and from the code you can see digital write to high and digital write to low. So that means the GPIO is on the ESP32 is on pin 2. That's why it's behaving, it wrote it that way. So it's stated in the setup that pin mode 2 output. So that means the pin mode 2 is the output signal whereby it's going to send the command. So now what we do is we wait for it. The compiling, sometimes it takes a bit time. when you are trying to compile the code. And I didn't forward any of this. So now it is done compiling. So it's telling me the next thing that it's going to do, which is it's going to upload it to my esp32 on COM15. That's the port that my esp32 is connected to. So I'll wait for it to do that, then so you can see preparing upload. When it is done, it will tell me. And with the code, it didn't add any serial port, so if you even don't see it, you will not see the code. So now it's telling me it's connecting. You can see it is connecting and it's uploading it onto my esp32. So when the upload is done, it will tell you. So you can see that the upload is done and the code is done successfully. So if you are using Gemini CLI, you can do any project that you want, so far as you have the idea, you know how you want it, and you can just give it the command and it will build the software side. So one thing about AI programming is there is an AI agent, so it will do the software side for you, and if you want it to explain it to you, it can also explain it to you. And one thing about it is when you are doing it, you should keep notes of your connection, because the AI is not going to do the hardware connection for you. You are going to do it yourself, but just that the AI can tell you the pin out. So let's say maybe you are using pin 1, pin 2, pin 3. It can tell you that you need to connect this to pin 1 and you need to connect this to pin 2. Even if you have an old project, you can even open it and you can modify it with this AI, and after the modification it will just upload it as it has done. You just show the blinking code and upload it. So I'm really going to do it again with my blinking code. So now I'm coming to do it again. The reason why I'm coming to do it again is my esp32 is esp32 room 32D. That's what is written on it. So I think the light is not on pin. The light is not on pin 2 as they said. So it is not blinking. So what I'm going to do is I'm really going to write it again. You can see I didn't set monitoring. So that's why I'm not able to see the monitoring. So now what I'm going to do is and I also use wrap and my so with this software, the one that I've just opened, which is WARP, what it does is it open command prompt and AI agent. So you can use both of them, the command prompt and the AI agent, to build anything you want. When you give it the command, it will just do any installation or anything that it thinks it needs to be installed for the software or for your project to work perfectly, to do that for you, and it will guide you also. So what I've done is when I used it, I exceeded my limit, so I'm not able to use it again. So now I'm going to open the Arduino IDE itself. So with this one, you can just use the Arduino IDE or you can use the Arduino CLI. And the reason why there is no port showing is from the code. I didn't have from this one I didn't connect my serial ports. This one is just telling me something about the device. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it write another code for me. That's why I'm telling him that the light is not flashing. So for him to know that, okay, now the light is not flashing, then now he's going to add a serial port to it, so that if the light turns on, the serial port will tell me. If the light turns on, the serial port will tell me. So the moment I see serial monitoring working, then that means my code, my compilation and my upload is done successfully. So that's the next thing that I'm doing with this AI. So what I'm doing now, you can see from my code, I have a serial port, serial.print. So that means anytime my light is on, it will tell me. Anytime my light is off, it will tell me. So I'll wait for it to compile the code and also upload it. So at this point, all I need to do is to wait, to be patient with it, so that it can also do it. But at this point, I have forwarded this section a bit so that it will be very fast. Else it takes my time. I spent almost more than 30 minutes on this, and you can see it's telling me after uploading I can input this command and see if I will get my serial monitoring, and I'm not getting it. So I'll try and open Arduino to run my serial monitoring so that I'll use it to monitor my serial communication to see. So the reason why I'm getting this dot 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 is because my serial port band rate is at 115200. So you can see it is not reading. That's why it is not reading. So let me try the chat GPT information that it gave me and see if I'm going to get it to read. And tried, and I didn't get any better results, so I moved. But when I was using the wrap, I was able to do that, and that software, just that I'm out of token and I'm not planning to buy it. It makes project easier and it makes work easier, but Gemini cannot open terminal for serial port for you in its terminal, but that one can open it because that one can switch in between agent mode and shell mode. So it has, you set it to automatic. You can use it as a terminal or you can use it as an agent mode. So now I'm trying to tell him to use build in. I'm trying to tell him to use the build in LED. And one thing I like about this the Gemini CL that I'm using, CLI that I'm using, is when it does the changes and there is an issue, it will automatically like debug it for you. So it makes coding easier. So even if you write it and it starts the project and it sees there are errors or anything, whilst it is trying to upload it, it will automatically do the work for you. So now I have to command him for the next thing. So it identifies the LED light. So now I have to open my terminal also to see if I'll be able to monitor to see the serial monitoring before we do the upload, because now it's trying to change. So I'm trying to see a simple blinking fire. You can see my my esp32 is connected and it's showing on LED off. That means my serial port is communicating and the upload is done successfully. So if you can see, I'm trying to compile this code. There's an inbuilt error. You can see it has also changed all those things, and now it's trying to tell me about it. And you can see my previous code is working. That's why every seconds the light turns on and turns off. So with this one, if I'm compiling with IDE and I have an error, you can see I'm having some error. But when I'm using the Gemini CLI, it will like work on the error for me. With the Gemini CLI, it will work there. I will not be doing this. Gemini CLI will be doing it for me, and it will do everything perfect for me. So if you can see from the code uploading, when I ask him to continue, it will also do the upload for me. So this one I'm just rewriting. You can see this one I don't have any serial any serial print in it. From this code I don't have any serial print, so I'll just quickly move wait for it to compile. You can see the way it takes long before it compiles a sketch and it uploads it. Although this one I've forwarded it, that's why you see it going very fast. So now it is done compiling and it is done uploading. But just that if I open any serial port, I'm not going to see anything. Because I didn't set a serial print on it, or I didn't set serial begin on it. So you can see I pasted the error here also to see the fix that ChatGPT will give me concerning my serial print not being able to come in my command prompt. So I'll work on that later. So I just have to wait for it to be done, then I'll go back. So you can see now the AI is taking over. So when it comes to the software aspect of it, you can do your test. Like when you are doing your project, you don't need to be thinking about the software aspect. All you need to do is you have to have an idea of it, so that in case of anything, you can tell the AI agent. But the thing is, they are when you like using it for heavy works, you have to buy a subscription, so that at least you'll be able to use it. You can see my Gemini CLI switch from Pro to Flash. So it switched from Pro to Flash. That means I've exceeded my daily use on the Pro. So you can see it has switched to Flash. So this one I can let it upload the old code again. That's why I said re-upload. So it's uploading the old code. That one I can see the serial print. So I have that code in my Gemini. And one thing about Gemini is also, when you are making any project, it tries to make the file, save it. So and anytime you open it, you have to open it at in a particular folder where you want your project to be saved, or else your project will be saved somewhere that you have to go and search for it. So I'm opening my IDE to see the serial print now that is turning on and off. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. So if you can see, let me wait for my device to connect perfectly. So you can see that my LED is turning on and off.